Hey everybody, Ben Atkins here, and welcome to this edition of Fearless University. This training is something that I'm extremely excited about because Facebook has finally given us a little bit of a nod as marketers, and they are really working for us. Really working for us, and they are basically setting up some cool stuff so that we can start collecting leads right on Facebook. Now, you've seen sort of people hack this stuff together before using, sort of loophole openings that Facebook has left. And Facebook has sort of been iffy about this stuff, but now Facebook has finally enabled something called lead ads, and this is sort of the new hotness on Facebook. And in my testing and in the testing of my friends, and when we've sort of got together, this stuff is some of the best stuff that Facebook has done to their ad interface in years. So today we are going to power through. This is not going to be a long training, but it's going to be a training that you get a ton out of. We're looking at about 30 minutes, and I'm going to show you not only how to use Facebook lead ads, but I'm going to show you some really cool ways that nobody else is really talking about of how to use Facebook lead ads in some unique ways. Sound good? All right. So on your screen right now, you should be seeing the title slide. We are going to dive in. We're going to get started, and I'm not going to take a lot of questions as we're doing the training, but we're going to get into stuff as we go, okay? If for some reason you can't see the screen and you're here live with us, log out, log back in. If you're watching the replay, the screen will be up on the video. All right, let's dive in. Let's get started. Let's do this. So first things first, what the heck are we going to be covering on this call? First thing is, you may be here and you may have no idea what Facebook lead ads are. That's okay. I'm going to explain it to you, and I'm going to tell you why this is such an important change in the Facebook ad interface. So we're going to be covering that. And the next thing is, well, who cares what they are if you don't even know how to set them up? Because it's not the easiest thing to set them up right now. Well, it's not easy if you don't have this tutorial, but with this tutorial, it's going to be absolute child's play for you. So I'll have it for you. You'll have a step-by-step, and I can promise you that 30 minutes after you get off of this call, you will be able to set these up like a pro. So we have gone through all the testing. We've gone through all the hard stuff to make it easy for you as always, and that's what Fearless Social University is all about. After that, let's talk about how to use them on all Facebook platforms. If you've been paying attention to Facebook lead ads, you've probably realized that they were built only for mobile devices because it makes opting in on a mobile device easy. But you know what? How about I show you guys how to set them up so people can see them on their desktop, because they're really effective on a desktop. And better than that, while we're in this section, I'm going to also show you how to use a Facebook lead ad without even having to pay for the ad. How many of you would like to see that? Yeah, kind of cool, right? How to use a lead ad, this thing that's designed for mobile, but how to use it without even having to pay for the ad in the first place, which is kind of a really cool secret that not a lot of people are talking about. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that. Finally, we're going to talk about the negative side of this, which is the biggest problem with Facebook lead ads. But because we've done so much testing, I figured out how to fix it. And I'm going to teach you guys how to fix it fast so that you've got this nice little lead machine going 24/7 on Facebook. If you're ready to rock and you're live with me, say yes in the box. Those of you that are watching the replay later, you're just basically getting a break for me to take a drink before we dive into the training. All right, let's get started. Let's dive in. We're going to move really quickly because I want everybody to be rocking these things out as quickly as possible after this training. Okay? All right, let's do it. So what are lead ads? So basically, Facebook has had a problem for years, and marketers have had a problem for years. But what's happened is it's really difficult for marketers to get people to leave Facebook, especially on their mobile phone, leave Facebook from an ad or from a Facebook post, click through, go to an opt-in page, and enter their information. How many of you have ever been driving or in a passenger seat? Don't do this while driving. Come on, guys. Don't admit that. How many of you have ever been sitting in a passenger seat on your phone or sitting on the bus and you were wanting to opt in for something, but the opt-in form was so janky and janked up that you couldn't opt in on your mobile device. And it was just so much of a pain. You really wanted the thing that they were giving away, but you couldn't even opt in, right? We've all sort of done that. Now the problem here is there's a lot of different kinds of phones. It was really difficult for this whole process to work and for marketers to lock this in. So as a marketer, we lose a ton of opt-ins every day because people have to leave Facebook from an ad, even if they're very interested, and a lot of times they just can't get an opt-in, even though they want the thing that we're giving away. So Facebook has seen this, and they've heard the plight of marketers, and they've actually done us a solid here. They have built an official way for you to tap, basically 2 taps, and opt in to a list. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, right? How many of you think that's pretty cool? Now, the one negative side, you guys want to hear the one negative side to this new stuff? You want to hear the one negative side of this? The one negative side to this whole process, I'm going to be completely upfront with you, is Facebook did not build in a way for this to directly connect with your autoresponder. However, I will make sure we get that taken care of so that that is done by the end of this call. Does that sound good? So the idea here is this. We're going to show you how to connect it all into a system so that it connects with your autoresponder and you can do all this cool automated stuff. But the reason that Facebook built these is they really built this for mobile users to opt into you, for you to get a lead as a business without all the hassle of leaving Facebook and normal opt-in pages. It's a more fluid experience for Facebook users, and let's be real honest, it's a monster opportunity for marketers because why? Because opt-ins happen on Facebook, and it looks like it's backed by Facebook. You got to think, these opt-in forms don't happen unless Facebook approves your ad. And let me show you this next screen because it's 2 clicks. You see the ad in your news feed, you click subscribe or sign up, it automatically fills in your name and email address that's stored with Facebook. You can even change it, by the way, if you wanted a different email address in there, but it auto fills it out based on your Facebook information. You click submit. That's 2 taps, and now you have opted in to the page. Does everybody understand that? 2 clicks with this type of ad, and someone has opted in. Now, as I said, with Facebook, the problem is it doesn't connect directly to your autoresponder, but we will fix that. I will show you the shortcut to fix that as we move through this training. So you can send out automated replies from your autoresponder as we go. Like I said, not something that Facebook supported out of the gate, but we'll show you how to take care of it. All right, so that's Facebook lead ads. I think everybody understands it's basically a type of ad that's built primarily for mobile devices for people to opt in and for you to collect leads right on Facebook. And it's very, very slick. Whoever on the Facebook team that's been working on this did a very, very good job on this. Okay, so let's keep going. How many of you want to learn how to set these up in the next 20 minutes or so? Something that took me a little bit of time to learn because I had to do it the hard way because I didn't have this tutorial. Basically, you get the benefit of my sweat. So let's go in, let's get started, let's talk about these. Now, this is a step-by-step tutorial, so let's make sure we're taking notes, taking screenshots, get everything you need. I've got everything set up for you. All right, so let's get going. First things first, we are going to start in our Facebook ad dashboard. If you have a business account set up, it's business.facebook.com. If you don't, it's going to be facebook.com/ads, but it's going to take you to your ad dashboard. Now, my interface is a business interface. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in here, and we've got this set up. We are going to launch, as soon as we get into the ad interface, we are looking for the good old Power Editor. How many of you get freaked out by the Power Editor? A little bit. The Power Editor can still be a little bit fun at times. And here's the idea. Even if you don't like the Power Editor, I'm about to make setting up lead ads in the Power Editor very easy as long as you pay attention. So we're going to go into the Power Editor, and when you get into the Power Editor, you're going to see something. You're going to see something where you can download things to your computer so that you can edit the ads. Now, the reason we love the Power Editor is because you can do a lot of things in the Power Editor that you can't do outside of the Power Editor. The problem with the Power Editor is if you don't know what you're doing, like what I'm going to show you today, it can be very, very annoying. So follow this step by step. Don't worry about anything else. Just watch what I'm going to do, and you're going to dig this. Okay, so we're going to go to the Power Editor, and we're going to click the download button, and we're going to download the ads from our main account. Don't worry about why. Just download it. That's going to put it on your computer so that we can do the things that we need to do to set up this lead ad. Okay? Next, we're going to see something that looks like this. It's going to ask us if we want, on the last screen, it's going to ask us if we want to set up a new ad. We're going to click to set up a new ad. So we download our stuff, then we're going to create the post, and we're going to see a new campaign that looks like this. Now, pay special attention to this screen, okay? Pay special attention to this screen because there's a few things that I marked it by arrows because you guys know I love my arrows. I marked the things that you need to pay attention to when you set up this new ad in Power Editor. What we're going to do is we're going to fill out, choose a campaign. We're going to create a new campaign, and we're going to call it whatever we want to call it for the campaign. And so whatever it has to do with, so you can find it later, that's what we're going to do. Now in this one it says Facebook lead test, okay? We're going to jump down to objective, and we're going to change it to lead generation. Very, very, very important. Lead generation. This is going to be how Facebook knows that we want to run their new lead ad. And you'll probably even see a new box there. Okay? After that, we're going to go ahead and fill out this other stuff too. We're going to fill out create new ad set and call it whatever you want. And we're going to also create a new ad. So there's basically 3 layers of things that we're doing on one screen. Create new campaign. We're going to go create a new ad set and create a new ad all in one. Everybody good with those things so far before we move on? Super simple, nothing complicated. You're basically just saying, I want to create a new ad, and this is what I'm going to call everything inside. As soon as you're done with that, with the red arrow here, we're going to click Create. Okay? Now we're going to see a screen that looks like this. And let me just go ahead and tell you, this is where everybody usually freaks the hell out and loses it because there's so much stuff on the screen. How many of you right now, the second you saw this screen, you're like, oh no, not the Power Editor, right? Yeah, so I feel you. Don't worry about it. But what I'm going to show you right now is the stuff that you need to pay attention to, the stuff that you need to pay attention to, and the stuff that you don't need to, okay? So on your screen right now, you're seeing a screenshot of what happens after you start creating that ad. Now, does everybody see over here with this first red arrow? You've got a couple key things. Now, let me tell you what each of these represents. Remember in the last screen where we set up our campaign, our ad set, and our ads? Does everybody remember that? Well, if you look at the top here, that it says 363 on my screen, that is your campaign level. The next level, which says 794 on mine, is your ad set level. And then the one below it is going to actually be your ads level. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select inside of the campaign. If it doesn't do it automatically, it should do this automatically, and it should take you right to the ad set. But if it doesn't, we would select the ad that we just created, okay, in the campaign level. Then we're going to click on the ad set level, and we should have our ad set test that we previously set up. Everybody good with that so far? Everybody good with that? Okay, cool. The only thing you really got to do here, the only thing you really have to do on this screen is select the page that you want to lock your new ad in with. So as you guys know, if you've used Facebook before and you're putting something in the news feed, Facebook wants you to lock it in with a page. So all we're doing right now is we're telling Facebook, this new ad that we created, we want it to be displayed with this page. Okay? Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. But that's what we're doing. Okay? So we're going to lock it in with the page. Now, if you guys want to set like a daily budget or you want to do scheduling, you can feel free to do that. But really, I'm not so worried about that here. The only thing I have to do here is I have to lock in this part, which is I'm going to make sure that I lock in my page. Now the reason why do you think I don't worry about my budget or any of those things right here? The reason I don't worry about that stuff is if I want to edit that later, I could do that in the regular ad editor once I re-upload these changes. So really all I'm doing right now is making sure we lock it in with the page. Everybody got that before we move on? Okay, good. So once we do that, you don't have to click save. This is the ad set page. This is the ad set page. This is my Facebook page. I'm locking in with it. Once we get done with that, you don't have to click save. You just click this next little area, which is the ad level. Okay? The ad level. So we're going down to this. So now we've selected the ad level, and you're going to see a screen that looks like this. Does everybody see the preview on this side of the screen? This is an early preview of my Facebook ad that we put together. Now, it's not complete yet. It's not complete yet. What we have to actually now do is create a new lead form so that we can do opt-ins on Facebook. Okay? So once you click here, you're going to see this. And Facebook's great about this. They're going to tell you, you got to do this. And it's red around it. So we're going to actually create this after we click on the ad set button. Okay? Or on the add button. So ad set was here. That's what we did last. This is the add button now. And now we're going to click on the create new form. Now this gets pretty easy. As soon as you click that button, this is going to pop up on your screen. You're going to name your lead form. So let me pause and stop for a second. What all have we named so far? What all have we named so far? Because this can get a little confusing if you're not paying attention. What all have we named so far? Well, number one, we named our campaign. Number two, we named our ad set. Number three, we named our ad. We did that all on one screen. Now, we're naming our lead form within the ad. Give me a yes if you understand that. If you're watching a replay later down the road, hopefully that's not too complicated. But it's basically 4 names. It's 4 levels deep. 4 levels deep, right? So basically that's all you got to do. You got to understand you got 4 different levels of things that you got to do. And as I said, watching me do this is one thing. Watching me do this is one thing. Moving down and actually doing it is another. So that's why I wanted to get you out of here quick and actually doing it at the end. Don't give them all the same name. Call the ad set like test ad set. Call the campaign like test campaign. Call the ad test ad. Call the lead form test lead form. So what I like to do just as a best practice, and this is just me telling you how I do it, at each different level, whatever it actually is, I'll give it a name, and then I'll give it whatever it is too. So I'll say like birdsong ad lead form, birdsong ad set, birdsong campaign, birdsong lead form. Does that make sense to everybody? I like to keep them that way so that I know what they are. All right, so once we get to this, remember we just clicked on this previous screen. Just clicked on this previous screen to create a new form. Now we're going in and we're going to actually create this lead form. So it's going to ask us the name. As soon as we put in our name, and this is whatever you want it to be, we're going to click next. Now, please do remember whatever you called this though, okay? Now, once we have that, we click next, and we're now taken to this screen. You guys want to hear some good news? You don't have to do anything on this screen if you don't want to. Now, let me go ahead and tell you, if you wanted to add some other questions to ask people before they opted in, you can. You can ask them all kinds of stuff. You could ask them if you were a dentist, when was your last checkup? There's all kinds of stuff that you can put in here. But for our purposes, keep it simple. Email, first name, that's all we need. That's it. You don't have to change anything. Facebook populates those 2 automatically. The only thing you have to do on this screen is click the next button. So I like this step because it's easy. So we're going to click next. After that, you're taken to this page, and it asks you to put in a privacy policy. How many of you understand why you have to have a privacy policy every time you collect leads? Who gets it? If you don't, that's okay. I'm going to explain. It's the law. You cannot collect leads, especially on a service like Facebook, without having a privacy policy. Now, if you're someone that doesn't have a privacy policy, say yes right now. Say yes right now. Here's some good news for you. At the end of the call, I'm going to make sure you guys have a tool that you can generate a privacy policy. Sound good? Sound good? So when we get done, I'll make sure you have a privacy policy so you have this, it's done, you don't have to worry about it, and you're good to go. And the better part of all this is it takes about 20 seconds to use this tool. So I'll get it for you. Don't let me forget at the very end, we're going to talk about this, and I'll sort of give you the insights of how to do this. Okay? Now, privacy policy is the next thing. You guys, even if you think you've got to worry about it, don't worry about it. I'll solve that problem for you at the end. But we do have to put in a privacy policy here for Facebook to allow us to do this. So we put in the URL. It's there. It's done. We click the next button. After that, Facebook wants us to put in our website. So let me tell you how this sort of works. Once somebody opts into your stuff, they are given the option to click another time to go to your page. Now, this can be a regular thank you page that says go check your email, or it can actually be the link to the thing that they wanted to see. So a video, a download, whatever. But this is the thank you page that you would have in our normal opt-in setup. Those of you that have been putting squeeze pages together and opt-in pages together know that you always have to lead someone to a thank you page after. This is basically the URL to your thank you page. Everybody good with that? Good. So starting to look like our typical sort of setup as marketers to get people to opt in, and Facebook's done a really good job of setting this up in a flow. As soon as we add this destination after they opt in, we move to the next stage. It gives you a preview, and hey, all you really got to do here is click create form. Someone said, does this replace landing pages? I wouldn't say it replaces them. But it absolutely negates the need for them in this instance. I'm going to keep using landing pages, but I don't need to use a landing page with this because it all happens on Facebook. We create the form, and then we move on. Now, as soon as we create the form, we're not done, okay? We're not done. Because now, and please, please, please pay attention to this. As soon as you create the form, now the form is done, but now we have to actually go set up the ad like we normally do. How many of you have ever set up a Facebook ad before inside of just your regular ad editor? Yeah, right? Right? So the idea here is there's a couple key things left to do. Now keep in mind, everybody see here how we're still in the ad section? See this ad section here in the Power Editor? Remember, this is campaign level, ad set level, ad level. It's the third level down. Now all we're doing is I'm going to write some attention-grabbing text. Can everybody see where this attention-grabbing text ends up on the ad? Here's a preview of your ad. So attention-grabbing text is at the top. Your headline, which is going to be down here in the link area. Your description, which is in the link area. And we're also going to upload whatever image we want to be associated with our ad. Now let me ask you something. Watching this tutorial one more time through, how many of you think that you could do everything that we did so far to create this ad? I mean, maybe you got to watch it one more time through, but with my slides, you can pull this off, right? Did we do a good job so far? Did we do a good job so far? Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. So, thus far, this is all you got to do. Now, here's what's so freaking cool about this whole ballgame. After you click Upload Changes, and I put this slide in here so you don't forget to upload your changes, but after you click Upload Changes, guess what? You have an ad that works like this, ready to go. Facebook has to go through the approval process, which is pretty quick with these, and now you're going to have an ad that can run in front of an audience where you click subscribe, they submit, and now you have them in your leads. Everybody good? And yes, I will send you a slide of the roadmap. Now, some people are saying, well, where does the info for the prospect go? I'll show you that in a couple minutes, okay, Kevin? Good question. If it doesn't go to your autoresponder through Facebook, where does it go? I'll show you that in just a second. But first, let's learn this next step. Does everybody sort of get what we've done so far? We good? Okay, good. So, how many of you get that? How many of you would like to learn this, learn how to use this particular ad on a desktop device too? Not just mobile users, but desktop too. And now, how many of you would love to know how to use this particular type of ad without even having to pay for the ad that we just put up? Yeah? Sort of? Sort of? Okay. Here's the promise you got to make. Don't share this. Keep this one to yourself, okay? Keep this to yourself. So we're going to dive in how to do this because I think this is where things get really, really interesting. So we're going to move in. The next thing is we're going to go back to the ad manager. But this time, everybody say hallelujah. We're not going back to the Power Editor. Okay? We don't have to go back to the Power Editor now. Now we can go back to our normal ads manager that we're all used to using. So facebook.com/ads/manager or business.facebook.com/ads/manager, whichever kind of account you have set up. We're going to dive in, and now I'm going back. Now I'm going back to just the ads manager. So in the ads manager, you are now going to go look for the ad that you just set up. Everybody good with that? You're going to look for the ad that you just set up in the Power Editor. Now, one key caveat here, you have to have the ad approved. Usually it takes about 5 minutes to have it approved, but once it's approved, not only can you see it here, but you can do what I'm about to show you. Now, what I'm going to show you is an ad that we set up inside of Facebook, a lead ad for our Birdsong software. So from this point forward, you're seeing an actual ad that is live, okay? This one's actually running right now. But I set this up using the exact system that I've already shown you guys. So what we're going to do is now inside of our regular ad editor, we're going to click right here on this link to go see this ad. Okay? As soon as we do that, you're going to see a screen that looks like this. And we're going to click on this link that says Ad Set. Everybody good there? And for those of you watching the replay, this is the cue that I'm taking a drink again. Perfect. Okay? Now after that, as soon as you click that, you're going to see a screen that looks like this, and you're now going to click on the name of your ad. So as I was naming these, this is the name of my ad. Does everybody see the 3 different levels that we just went through? Remember we set up 3 levels in the Power Editor? This is the campaign level. This is the ad set level. This is the ad level. So now we're going to click on this ad level, and it's going to take us to a screen that looks like this. And if you look over to the right, you're going to see a little icon that looks like an eyeball. Okay? You're going to see an icon that looks like an eyeball. We're going to click on that icon, and it's going to take us, it's going to open up sort of a pop-up that looks like this. And it's pretty much a preview of our ad as it would appear on a mobile device. But here's where things get interesting. If you look down in sort of the bottom right area, it has something that says View Post Permalink with Comments. Everybody good there? So we're going to click on View Post Permalink, and it's going to take us to basically a Facebook, or ad on Facebook. Now at the top of your browser, this is where things get good. At the top of your browser, you are going to have a post permalink. I want you to copy that URL to your clipboard. So copy that URL, and I want you to save it. Because here's where things get interesting. I can now go to my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page. I can now go to any page on Facebook, I can post that URL, and now it is going to be my lead ad live on a desktop. Live on a desktop. Pretty cool, right? So now, let me show you something real quick. I want everybody to sort of pay attention because I'm just going to show you this live, okay? Now, on my desktop, let me show you this, and it's this exact ad. Can everybody see this on my desktop right now? Watch what happens if this pops up in my newsfeed. Instantly, my name, my email address is filled in. I can click submit, and just like on the mobile device, I can now opt in there. Now, here's what you may have noticed. Did it cost me anything to post this onto my newsfeed? Did it cost me anything to put it on my newsfeed? No, not a thing to put it on my newsfeed. Did it cost me anything? Did it cost me anything to do this anywhere? No. Now here's where it gets really interesting. If I were to boost this post, yeah, Michael, you can pause this ad. I'm not actually running this ad live. But I can pause this post, no ad stuff, post it, and it's good. Okay? Pretty sweet, right? Now, what do you think is the key thing here with this type of image? We want to point them to the sign up button. We want to point them to the sign up button. Now, you can click the image and it will pop up, but I like pointing them to the sign up button. Okay? And you can just do that in your copy. How many of you just picked up a really cool tip? You're going to get you opt-ins in the next hour today. Today, without spending any cash. Pretty sweet? Who's psyched? That's what I wanted to show you guys because I think it's pretty darn revolutionary with that stuff. Okay? Now, moving forward, you guys can set this up, right? Before I get to the problem, how many of you guys think that you can set this up and get it going in the next 30 minutes to an hour? Right? Also, if you post that up on your page, you can boost it and get ad interface stuff behind it. You can do a lot of things once you actually get it onto a Facebook page. Now let's talk about the big problem. The big problem with Facebook lead ads is what I told you is, guess what you have to do to get your leads out of Facebook? Guess what you have to do to get your leads out of Facebook? You got to go to your page. Now, this is what you'd have to do. Remember how we associated a page? Please pay attention to this one. Remember how we associated a page with our Facebook stuff way back in the Power Editor? You have to go to that page. You have to click on Publishing Tools. And then it gives you this page that you click on Lead Ad Forms, and you actually have to download these and then go all the way to your autoresponder and upload them. And you know what's worse? You have to do this every time you want to import new leads to your system. Kind of a pain in the butt, right? Now, I don't blame Facebook. They didn't want to code for responders. How many of you would like to know how to connect this automatically, though? I'll show you how we do it. I'll show you how we do it at Fearless Social. So we're using a simple tool that does this really well in a very elegant way. All right? So here's how we connect with our autoresponder once we do this. Okay? We're using a tool called Connect Leads. All right? This connects our Facebook ads with our autoresponder. Would you guys like to see how this works? Yes? Want to see how it works? I'll wait for yeses just to make sure. And this is, once again, I'm going to get a drink because my throat's dry. That's what happens when I talk fast, right? All right, let me show you how easy it is for this to work. When you log into this software, you're going to see something that says new lead form. Okay? New lead form. Now, before you get this, you got to connect your autoresponder accounts and you got to connect your Facebook accounts. I want to be completely upfront. It's going to ask you to connect your autoresponders and your Facebook account inside of the Connect Leads system. Okay? Once you do that, we're going to select new lead form. We're going to select the Facebook page. Remember, this is the Facebook page we set up back in the Power Editor. You're going to select the lead form that you built back in the Power Editor. Everybody follow me so far? So these are two things that we just built in the Power Editor. We're selecting them inside of this tool so that this is now connecting, and then we're going to connect by clicking continue. Next, we're going to select the autoresponder service that we want. You can actually put in multiple autoresponders. No, you don't have to recreate it. Then you're going to select the list that you want people to go on. Everybody followed me so far with those two things that we just did, those two different steps. Okay? Awesome. And then you click save. You're done. That's it. That's the ball game. That's it. That's the entire thing. Now your autoresponder will automatically connect with Facebook every day. That's it. That's why I love it. Pretty cool, right? So without Connect Leads, I'm just going to give you this. Without Connect Leads, you have to actively move them over, and I would do this probably once a day. With it, you get the benefit of your autoresponder instantly connecting it together. In short, you get automation. Now let me ask you something. Does the Connect Leads tool do a bunch of crazy stuff with Facebook? Does it do a bunch of crazy stuff with Facebook? Not really. But let me ask you something. How many of you have ever tried to manually upload your list to an autoresponder every day? Number one, you're not going to want to do it. But number two, guess what's going to happen typically when you have to keep doing this? A lot of times you're going to have to go through an approval process. You're going to have to go through an approval process, and they're going to have to verify it. So I'm going to be honest with you. This is a tool that doesn't do a lot of stuff, but it does exactly what I want it to do. So that's why I use this. And like I said, I love the fact that I don't have to do this anymore. It's automated daily. My leads get put into my autoresponder, and they get an auto response from me. So it's a simple tool that solves a very big problem for us in our business. So wanted to tell you about it. So let's get to it. We've got a deal for those that want to snag Connect Leads to solve that problem. But before I get into that, let me ask you guys one question, those that are here live. How many of you picked up something that's going to be valuable for you starting today? Starting today. You learned something, you're going to be able to put it into action starting today. Good. That's my goal. That's my goal. So with this deal, how many of you want to hear about the deal that we've got in the extra bonus that we've got? Want to hear about the bonus? I think you're going to dig this. So the first 100 that grab this through our link, you're going to be invited to a private training. This is where we take you into some of the deeper stuff that we're doing with Connect Leads and with Facebook lead ads, the two together. This is where we get into a little more of the private ninja stuff that we're doing. So the first 100 that grab this through our link, and we're going to post the link up here in just a couple minutes, no worries. The first 100 that actually snag this, we're going to have something very special. This is what we're doing on the bonus call. The first thing is we're going to go really deep into how to create a really, really enticing lead ad, okay? What kind of image do you need that works really well with the lead ad? What kind of ad copy works specifically with the lead ad? And a whole lot more. The next thing is I'm going to talk about something that I think is very powerful, which is the Facebook lead ad retargeting connection. How many of you would like to retarget everybody that opts in to that list? Instantly retarget them and follow them around on Facebook after they've opted in to that. So there is an interesting little OTO, some of you may already own it, called Connect Audience, which connects with all this, and it makes the retargeting part of this also completely automatic. We're going to be covering that. Some of you already have Connect Audience, I know, but it's actually a one-time offer after you purchase this. Okay? So we've got that. Now what this does, we're going to show you how to automatically retarget everybody that opts in using your Facebook lead ad so you can communicate with them through ads again. Now here's probably where I start getting excited, because we get into the Facebook lead ad autoresponder sequence. This is how do you follow up with someone who opts in on Facebook and doesn't go anywhere else. Remember, usually we take them to an opt-in page, but how do we communicate with people specifically if they opted in using a lead ad? So we're going to give you an autoresponder sequence that is specifically designed to work with Facebook lead ads. Finally, I think this is where things get really interesting for a lot of you. How many of you would like to instantly sign up people to webinars? I know I got some webinar marketers. Some webinar marketers here. How many of you would like to instantly sign them up for a webinar once they sign up through Facebook? Wouldn't it be cool? Now this is where I get nerdy as all get out. Wouldn't it be cool if someone could sign up for my webinar without ever leaving Facebook? Now that's a possibility with Facebook lead ads. I'm going to show you how to do it. That's only for my folks that jump in there. Okay? Finally, the Facebook lead ad matrix. I'm going to show you an entire funnel that you can promote one of our products. And is it cool if I tell you what products we're going to give you guys to promote to make affiliate commissions? If you want to. This is not something you have to do. But I've got a full setup for you where you can promote one of our products. You can see the entire funnel. We're going to show you the entire funnel. You can mimic the funnel if you don't want to promote for us, but we're going to automatically get you bumped in as an affiliate, and you get to promote this whole setup using this process. You can set up a lead ad yourself that promotes this funnel. We'll show you exactly how to do it. Everything's pre-built. You just copy what we've got set up for you. All of these things are going to be on the bonus call to help you make money in your business. Okay? Who's ready to rock? Who's ready to rock? Who wants to be one of the first 100 before we get into this? Before I actually reveal the link, the product that you can promote, Brian, is Birdsong, which is our software, which is super high converting for us and everybody that's promoted. All right, let's get started. Let's dive in. Here's where you go. 100 people only, and we will be shutting this down. The link just came into your chat, and here it is. Fearless.social/connect. Fearless.social/connect. Okay, so there's no .com. There's no .com. Fearless.social/connect. Okay? Now, I do highly recommend, and I'm going to say this, once you buy Connect Leads and you're one of the first 100, I highly recommend OTO number 1. I don't usually recommend OTOs, but this was something that I use. OTO number 1 is called Connect Audience. Several of you on here already have Connect Audience, but if you don't, I highly recommend that you pick it up. That is going to make it so you could automatically retarget anybody that is on one of your email lists. Whether you use Connect Leads or not, you can retarget people that are on your email list, and it dynamically updates as you put more people on your email list. Just an insanely useful tool if you're doing any sort of marketing and you're putting people on an email list. Okay? So there we go. Fearless.social/connect. I don't care what account you guys sign up for. As always, I'm not trying to make a fortune off you guys. I think these tools are great. I think it works perfectly with what we've got. Whatever option you guys decide to buy into, we are going to give you our bonuses and give you our training. Okay? So, let's get into it. You got questions. Privacy policy. That's the first thing I want to make sure I cover with you guys. A lot of people getting in. Tell me if you're in. I'm excited. I want to know that you're in. Privacy policy was something I told you guys we were going to cover. As soon as you get inside this tool, there is a video. There is a video that you are going to go watch. Yes, it works with GetResponse. You'll see all the autoresponders on that link. The link that I gave you, it will give you all the autoresponders it works with. Now, privacy policy. As soon as you get inside of this, and on the bonus call, I'm going to give you the link for the privacy policy so that you can use the privacy policy. So it's inside of the training, inside for Connect Leads, but I'll also show it to you directly, and we'll go through how to use it on our bonus call. Sound good? All right. Let's see here. Lots of folks getting in. Lots of folks. Let's see. I can't even say all your names, but lots of folks getting in. That's good. That's good. Christopher, hit up my support desk. We'll see what we can do. So what I'm going to do real quick, because we have a few people talking about the bonus training and what we're doing. So let me actually go back to the bonuses, because I have a few people going through this. So Michelle, what in specifically do you want to know about the bonus training? And we'll get it. If you got a question, by the way, congratulations to everybody that got in. I want to make sure we say that. If you have a question, by the way, make sure you type QQQ. So Linda's got a question. Linda says, every Connect Leads account is limited to only one Facebook account at any given time. What does this mean? It means that it's limited to one Facebook ad account, but you can have a ton of pages, Linda, connected as underneath that ads account. Does that make sure? Excuse me. Does that make sense? Good. Good. Let's see what else we got here. I'm going to make sure we get these answered. Can you create a bonus for using this for offline clients? Yeah, Alex, if you want me to give an example on the bonus call of like how we would use this with an offline client, that is super easy. But if you can't make the jump, I would be glad to tell you how I would use this as an offline client, okay? If I'm using this for local, this is a game changer for local businesses because of the fact of how quickly you can get people into your funnel, okay? By the way, the link is fearless.social/connect, okay? Fearless.social/connect. Michael, I'm not sure on that. Hit up my help desk. We'll take a look. Okay, so talk again about the OTO. So the first OTO is something called Connect Audience. So Teresa, with Connect Audience, this is basically what happens. In Facebook, you realize you could upload a custom audience from your email list and retarget those folks, right? Retarget those folks, right? Okay, so what happens is, Teresa, is I have to go remember every time I get a new opt-in to upload that list to Facebook in the custom audience, which is a giant pain in my butt. What Connect Audience does is it constantly updates Facebook with your list so that that list, even when you're adding new people, they're automatically attached to that retargeting ad. So it's basically an automation for your retargeting and your email list. So how it works really with Connect Leads is Facebook lead ads, Connect Leads will automatically put them on your list, but then Connect Audience can automatically retarget them to show them a different ad down the road. Really, really powerful connection, and it's something that we think is amazing. Okay? Eric says, Ben, can you give us a product to promote with this? Eric, this Facebook lead ad matrix, I will make you an affiliate for our software, and I will show you how to set the ads up in the whole process. So yes, if you don't have a product, you can promote that. Congrats to everybody that's been telling me they just got in, okay? Awesome. Let's see what we got here. P.S. For those of you that aren't getting in today, I understand. I think it's a great tool. Otherwise, we wouldn't be behind it. But did you get a lot of value from just being here today? Yeah? I never put together anything where I don't think you can walk away with value, whether or not you pull out your wallet. I mean, like, that's the key. I think everybody sees the value behind this, even those that aren't jumping in today. But, like, your time is more valuable than any amount of money you're going to spend. And hopefully you enjoyed what we put in front of you. All right, let's keep going. I'm looking, guys. Hang on. This works for different clients as long as you've got them underneath the same ad account. Let's see what else we got. Have you tried using these with PPE ads? No, Alex, because it's a specific kind of ad. It's a lead ad. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Yvette, Facebook lead ad matrix with our Birdsong software. We've not allowed affiliates in really just a lot yet. So the idea here is we're going to allow you all to be affiliates, and we're going to give you the full ad set in the funnel to promote it if you wanted to. So you can make money off selling our software using Facebook lead ads. How will we know if we're in the first 100? You'll get an email from me in the next little bit. If you are on this call right now, I'm going to venture to say you are in the first 100. Okay? If not, I'll take care of you as long as you're here live. Just because, and the only reason I'm saying that is because I have no time to check it, and because we're not using our system, I can't automatically cut it off. So instead of me leaving and leaving you guys hanging to go look at that silly stuff, how about I just take care of you guys? Privacy policy tool. For those of you that are asking, the second you get inside of Connect Leads, there's a video that shows you how to do it. I will show you how to do it in a couple days too, but it's in the tutorials, okay? Awesome, awesome. Alex, when I say with PPE, I'm referring to taking the permanent link and reposting it on a fan page. Alex, the problem is from what I've seen, they block you doing that sometimes. But you can boost the post. But I'm seeing that they won't let you do it with putting it back inside of the ad editor and doing a PPE. Maybe they'll open that up down the road, but that's something we tested and we couldn't get it to work because they sort of block that. But you can put it onto your page and boost the post. That's why we showed you that. Will this work with ActiveCampaign? Yes, and all the autoresponders that it is supported, that are supported, are listed on the page that we did, so you know. Okay. Nice, Lou. Awesome. What if we have Connect Audience already? As soon as you get inside your Connect Leads account, you will see your Connect Audience account automatically connected. How cool is that? So you don't have to log into multiple interfaces. It will automatically be in the same dashboard as your Connect Audience account, so you can use those pretty much side by side, which I thought was genius. I thought that was absolutely, like, that made me so happy that my Connect Audience account was in there. and I didn't have to like jump around. So that's hopefully that answers that question. Let me see what else we got. Good stuff. What else am I missing? Only an image right now, Ted. Hopefully they'll open it up to others though. Can you talk about why we need Connect Audience if we already do Facebook retargeting? Kath, if you're already doing retargeting, are you doing it from your email list? Are you doing it from your email list? So Kath, what I do is I use this Connect Audience tool that anytime someone opts into a certain list, I want to automatically retarget them because I know something about them if they've opted in, right? I want to automatically retarget them, and I don't want to have to upload my list, keep uploading my list every day to Facebook. What Connect Audience does is, Kath, it looks at your autoresponder and says, okay, what leads are new? And then it will import them automatically into Facebook so you can retarget these folks automatically. So all I have to do, Kath, is build a retargeting ad that I say, hey, everybody that opts into this list, I want them to see this retargeting ad. And Connect Audience, which is the one-time offer, it's automatically going to sync my email list. And you can set up all your email lists that way. It's automatically going to sync with that. Okay? All right, there we go. There we go. By the way, there's several of you asking me about prices of things. Do you understand why I don't talk about prices of things on the calls? I just want to make sure I get this out here. I gave you a page to go see the prices, but I'm not going to talk about prices because we like to do replays, and I don't want to. I want every time you to get the most updated prices through the link. If I talk about prices on this, then the replay is going to be silly. I know you guys don't care about that, but I just wanted to let you know that's why I never will say a price out loud, because it ruins the replay down the road. Because it could change, right? Like, you guys are probably getting a better deal because you're in early. So it could change. That's why I will never say a price out loud live. I just wanted to and that's a marketing tip, by the way. Michael, is this 100% Facebook approved? Abso-freaking-lutely. If it wasn't, you wouldn't see me promoting it. All of this is completely above board. Okay? Chanel, I won't be talking about that, no. But it all works very well, yeah. But no, nothing I'll be talking about. Alex says, regarding the thank you page that Facebook allows you to send traffic to, what percentage visits the thank you page? Alex, let me tell you a secret. I would never depend on that. How do we want to get people to our thank you page? Alex? Email. We absolutely want to take them to our thank you page with email because the whole point was getting them on the email list, right? So Alex, a lot of times I won't even lead them directly to their download from that page that Facebook has. I'll lead them to a page that says, go check your email, because I want to train these folks to open up emails from me. That's the important thing. So don't depend on Facebook to deliver them to your thank you page. Make sure you have your email autoresponder do that, and that's the power of this. Okay. Yvette says, if we buy today, can we wait until next month to buy the upsell? No idea. I would love to tell you so, but this is not my product, so I can't control whether the price will be the same, whether it will still be available. I don't know. I'm surely it will be open, but I don't know about the price. Yeah, DR, you should just need Connect Leads to do what we talked about today. Cool. Guys, thank you so much. I got to get out of here. I know you guys get out of here. Would you all do me a favor before we get out of here? Number one, congratulations to everybody that got in today. Okay? If you have any questions and I didn't get them answered today, hit up my support desk, please. Hit up my support desk. You will be contacted at the end of the weekend. At the end of the weekend, I'm going to post this link in the chat one more time. You'll be contacted at the end of the weekend with your bonus. It's going to be sometime mid next week. We'll make sure we get that. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll be covering inside, those of you that have not been listening, the 80 times I've talked about the privacy policy thing, we cover that. It's inside of your dashboard for the product that you're purchasing, and I will also cover it on the bonus call. Okay? Chris says 81 times. It was close. So, quick thing, make me a promise. Can everybody make me a good promise? And this is the most important thing to me, whether you purchased today or you didn't purchase the software. Make me a promise. As soon as you get off this call, every one of you is going to hop in the ad editor and you're going to go build your first lead ad from what you learned today. Can everybody promise me that? If you do that, I am a happy camper because it means I made an impact on your life and you are going to get some value out of this because this ad is a game changer. I believe that. So do me a favor. No matter what, hop off this call, go put what you learned today into action, and then all I want you to do is hit up my support desk and let me know your results with these things so far. And if you run into a problem and you have a question, hit us up with that too. We're here to help. Okay? Guys, you all make my weekends amazing because I always get to lead in my weekends by talking to you guys. We are going to hustle our butts off for the next couple hours to get you guys a replay. If you, for some reason, don't get a replay emailed out to you, let me tell you a trick. You guys ready for the trick? Here's the trick. The URL that you use to get to register for this webinar in a couple hours will change over. It's going to change over, and it will go directly to the replay. So even if for some reason you missed the next email, you guys can click that link, and pretty soon it is going to take you to, and that's always the way it works with us. We always try to keep it simple for you guys, just so you know. If you need any help, my support desk just popped in there. As we get into this, I know we're getting close to 100, just because I know how many people said that they were jumping in on this. Fearless.social/connect. Support link. If you have any questions, you can always hit me up. Just type my name, Dr. Ben, and then help.com. So DRBEN, help.com. We're here for you guys. Guys, have a great weekend. Thanks for making the start of my weekend so amazing. I will talk with you all very, very soon.